Summertime's here, baby, and you definitely needed something to keep you cool. Is this not summertime evening or what? Oh, yeah. Back starting when I was 12 years old, I used to work in places like this. I used to work in the merchandising stands. I was one of the janitorial staff, one of the cleanup guys. I worked at all the horse shows that go with these kinds of gigs. I worked at the carnivals, at all the dime toss and all that shit. Held a steady larcenous job since I was about 13 years old. And whenever I look out at a gig like this, underneath the stars with the stars, the full moon, we got the boom in the big bad room. Anybody who's anybody's here, it feels like summertime, baby. I look at a pretty smile like yours, honey. Summertime in America. You're an American, right? Yeah, baby. You see a smile like that? That's American as eating fried chicken and drinking iced tea out of the thermos while you're pulling the weeds on the afternoon next to the sprinkler system, baby. Yeah. That's Kool-Aid, 5 cents, baby. Yeah. When I look at your smile, honey, I feel like I'm standing at the beach. I got my toes in the sand, and I'm about to bite into a brand new cold peach, and the sun is coming up on the first day of summer vacation. Yeah. Summertime's here, baby. You get into the car, you're going to drive to the beach, you're going to drive to the lake, to the river, and the second thing you reach for besides her inner thigh is the bass on the stereo. Ladies and gentlemen, on the bass guitar, give it away for Mr. James LOMENZO. Everybody plays an air instrument. I am professionally an air drummer. Some people play air guitar. Don't get me wrong, homeboy. Some people play air bass. But if you really know what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, this is the cat who will lead you to ruin. Give it away on the drums for Mr. Ray LUZIER. Yeah. Give it just light guitar. Give me a little, just real light. Like Emerald says, kick it up a notch, homie. Yeah. Brian Young on the electric guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Ultimately, I got myself a semi-real job with a rock and roll band called Van Halen, remember? My first real responsibility besides singing and dancing, I was the director of promotions, which means I was the one who went out in the fucking rain and put the flyers on your car while you were inside this concert. Yeah. Oh, you gotta be a seed before you're a flower, hot stuff, yeah. And I remember it was some point in the mid-70s before we got our first recording contract, the great Bob Marley came to the United States for the very first time. And I said to myself, I saw that Bob Marley with the world famous naughty dread haircut, Bob Marley with the big spliff, and I said, hey, that'd be a perfect show for me to go out and put out flyers for our next gig. Which is precisely what I did. And it was, I remember vividly, it was the middle of a February evening, and it was fucking cold, and in walks into the famous Roxy Bar and Grill in Hollywood, California. Bob Marley's inside, Tina Turner goes inside the world famous Roxy, Paul McCartney gets out of the car, goes inside the world famous Roxy. The two famous guys from Led Zeppelin get out of the car, go into the famous Roxy to see Bob Marley. I couldn't afford shit. I had my flyers from Kinko's Copies and about $40 worth of duct tape stuck in my pants for when the pops would show around. And I remember looking up at that poster. I remember Bob Marley up there, and I said to myself, someday, I'm gonna smoke joints that big. I'm big on short-term goals. Yeah. Well, my baby's on the corner and she's looking so fine. We wanna work together and it blow my mind. Man, need love to live. I'm the living proof. Bitch, I smell it on the hot road. Now we're dead. Keep on walking. I'm in love. Once over, I'm overdone. So this is love. Daddy needs to love me. Daddy, mama, take me home. This is love. Oh, I need you to love me. I'm just getting low. Going out my way, no my way around. Said the grass is always greener and there's plenty around. All the other girls will be more than hell. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Got kids and heat up. Then I know she's mine. Get it, go. This is love. Need your love. And mama, take me home. This is love. Oh, I need you to love me. No more. This is love.